Alright. Alright, and we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hey, Andy here. Man, I am all kinds of fucking cockeyed today. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, 今日ですね. Today, gonna do. I feel like I just did this actually with the Roger Swann tribute stuff, but his birthday and his day of death are like 1 month apart. So I know it seems rather sudden, but kind of is what it is, right? So we'll get everything all set up here. I got myself some brekkie. I figure we'll num on this while I watch some good old Tokyo Swan and just talk about stuff and things. So got myself some onigiri, back on that tuna mayo onigiri life. Got myself some Tully's. Got the latte. Haven't had this one before. It's probably gonna be super sugary. I don't know. Then I got some Boss Coffee Original, kind of balance it out. So, we'll get everything all set up here, and then we'll get right into it, huh? All right, jeez, man. All right. That's the thing I hate about having. If you have like just a little bit of water on your thumb, or whatever, you try to unlock your phone, it just does not want to cooperate. It's like, who are you, strange person? I don't know. Danger. Stranger danger. Goodness. Right. So, let's go ahead and switch everything over. Go ahead and get everything all prepped up here. Do a window capture. Change that to here. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So I'll go ahead and bust up comments on my phone. That way I can read comments during the stream. Because while I'm watching this, I can't, like, see anything. So, then we'll just have some brekkie. So, you might be wondering, so, I'm trying to remember, like, the exact time. Okay, everything should be... Check something. Oh, that's weird. Didn't update it. Hold on. Why is this labeled as upcoming? It should be ongoing. That's weird. Yeah, YouTube gonna YouTube, right? It doesn't have the new thumbnail in it either. Ugh. Lame. Alright. Forgot to, yep. Okay. Cool. Alright. Let's try that again. See if that works. Okay. You can see my stream stuff. Alrighty. Hopefully it's not too loud, but whatever. We'll figure it out, I guess, right? Yeah, birth of a legend, man. Fucking crazy. It's been officially 11 years since his passing. Goodness.
Everybody, welcome to the first installment of Tokyo Swan.
Yeah.
I'm Swan, for those that don't
Oh,
know.
it's
And
disgusting.
here I am in Kawasaki, Kanagawa.
Hey, that's where I live.
Right between, I guess, the greater area of Tokyo.
Hi.
Anyways, there's a lot of nice places to visit.
What's going on?
Well, I'm very pleased with my dorm. It's incredibly great. So are the people here. Everyone's just really nice. And yeah, so this year I'm an international student at KO University.
Is he using an iPhone? Nah, he's using an old point-and-shoot camera. This is like way before iPhones were even made, so this is an old vlog. Yo, common commenter, what's up?
Some cool shots of Japan and whatnot. So
Yeah.
here we are. So yeah, it was like a 13-14 hour
Man.
flight from Dallas over here, and then added another 6 hours of delays from Michigan to Dallas.
Yeah, that's the thing with
To get here.
thanks, man,
When I
appreciate it.
arrived, I wasn't tired at all because I was
Yeah, that's the thing about going from
years, so I'm really
either the Midwest or East Coast America to Japan.
place. Although
Takes for frickin' ever. Like a 15-hour flight is a short run.
people are on their bikes everywhere. You
That's like ideal, but
everything's a lot cleaner, I think, than what it was
Ugh.
at home. And the
Yeah.
transportation system of the trains is really effective. I don't know, it was a little daunting at first, but you get used to it after a day or two. And now I've got a little commuter card and everything, so it's quite simple and
Oh,
very
man.
quick and easy. Another thing that I've had to get used to is the food here. Although you will find
Up early, am I?
stuff like McDonald's and KFC. You see
I guess I am a little earlier.
there
Well, I
are
usually am.
drinks like Pepsi,
Went to bed early last night. Just kind of bored.
those ones, and a Dr. Pepper.
Didn't get much sleep the night before, so I was kind of tired.
But
Yeah.
for the most part,
Yeah, Dr. Pepper's actually a lot more common than people say it is. I guess it depends on like where you're at in Japan.
are really good. It's quite simple to,
If you're in the, I'd imagine there's not a whole lot of Dr. Pepper out in the countryside. But in Tokyo and Kanagawa, I never really
there's all the ramen and not the
was really short of Dr. Pepper.
package.
It's
Talking like the real deal here. So
you could say it's uncommon, I guess, but it's not,
even the pre-packaged
unheard of.
the ones back home, like, they have so much more stuff in them, like more chicken and shrimp and whatnot. So
Alright, cool.
the food here is really good.
Oh,
You just
yeah.
gotta get used to it a little bit.
Oh my god, look at, oh shit, I just skipped
You
it.
have to slurp.
Oh my god,
Oh my god.
good times. Yeah, this is way before YouTube did HD even,
Right away. You get off
so,
the station like over at Ueno, you got Ueno Park, you got the Tokyo National Museum.
oh my gosh.
Could be a festival going on when I was there.
This is the early beginnings, man.
For sale.
Like,
Vendors on the street.
this is the kind of stuff that inspired me to get on YouTube.
Spot,
Just
cup of strawberry milk for $5. Feel
watching guys like Swan and Cooney do their thing out in Japan, man.
Meiji Shrine was over in that area. And that was a nice little day trip.
No, he's not. He the reason for the live stream, for those who don't know, this guy Roger Swann, he passed away 11 years ago today, so he's dead. But I'm just watching some vids, do like a little tribute thing, I guess. Hadn't really thought too much into it, even though I just did a tribute one for his birthday last month. But yeah. And I think the longer I wait to like the more time has passed since these videos were made, the more I realize just how much has changed with the styling, technology, all that stuff. So come on now, it's hard to do this one-handed. Yeah.
There's just swarms
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's been pretty respectful so far, so I can't really
Spicy tuna onigiri, baby. That's how you do it.
Another thing you'll find here in Japan, as opposed to America, is like a vast amount of video game arcades. Where I come from, we had one arcade in like a pizza place.
And that's basically how it was where I was at in America too.
Kids. Then they got rid of the Dance Dance Revolution machine, so basically it became almost basically useless to go there because all the other games were pretty crappy. But here, you know, you've got a wide selection of arcades, you know, multiple stories, multiple floors, different kind of games. Sometimes they have them organized by floor.
Oh, goodness.
Super Potato,
that was extra sticky.
And it's just classic games, so you can play like Super Nintendo and Sega games there. And that was
Make sure the throat's lubricated.
my school, there's a little one called the Playmax. And even though it's a tiny
Oh man, the Club Sega, that one's closed down.
King of Fighters, Neowave.
I've never seen that place, Playmax, before. But that big Sega place, that closed down earlier last year.
So yeah, hopefully I'll be doing some more video updates.
As a whole Clone Channel World Tour.
Pretty frequently. If you really want some good Japanese videos of life in Tokyo or Japan, go check out Tokyo Kuni. He's got some of the best.
Yeah,
videos
shout out
on
Tokyo
YouTube.
Kuni. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, definitely check him out and come back here and hopefully I'll
Yeah, right?
some stuff. I've already
I
got
should.
stuff planned for the next one, a bit more historical.
But it's really soft, so I was like, it's fine. You know, whatever.
I've been here a week and I want to see everything too. So yeah, give me some tips or whatever and where to go and see what I can do. So yeah, I guess in closing I'll just leave you with a video of this guy and Howard
I believe Son never had you.
and I'll just let the video do the talking.
Yeah, I was in some of his live streams, but yeah, not in any videos, which is fine. Yeah. So I guess before we get going, because I feel like my reaction's been kind of like, yeah, with that stuff. So yeah, with the first video, it's very raw, to say the least. He didn't have the intro. I think the intro comes in episode 3 or 4. And yeah. So but yeah, with Roger's stuff, it's trying to think of words. Maybe I need a little more coffee. But the reason I really loved Roger's stuff is just because of how real it was, just how relatable it was. Because like with Cooney's stuff, even though looking back on it now, it's pretty dated in terms of technology and cinematography and stuff. You know, he was considered like the cutting edge at the time. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, right. Nah. Lol. Yeah, I don't want to get in that whole big thing again. Because I think I've talked about that shit to death on other live streams. But yeah, you know, it's kind of crazy just how much my life is paralleled with Roger Swann's. You know, like we went to the same university. Now I'm living in the same, kind of the same area. Although he lived a bit closer to Kawasaki City than I do, but we're still within Kawasaki technically. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And you know, I just vlogged my whole time studying abroad out here in Japan, all 1 year of it. And what a year it was. Really wish I would have been able to go outside more, but you know, Shogun, my guy. But yeah, he was the one who really inspired me to pick up a camera and just vlog about my normal life and show people stuff, and hopefully one day make it out to Japan, right? That boy's still here. The old Swan out there. Swans for Swan.
second installment of Tokyo Swan. Here I am at my school, KO University. Just got done doing a lot of administration stuff, banking stuff.
I think that's the campus, because KO has a couple campuses. I think they got the, they have one in Tokyo proper, and then the one that he's at, oh yeah, the Mita campus. Okay. Okay, so that's the Tokyo campus, the Mita campus. And then there's the Yagami campus, I believe is in Kawasaki. I actually watched these recently. Yeah. Yeah, Rodger passed because of acute pancreatitis. It was a sudden flare-up, and I guess he died from internal bleeding. So, and
absolutely amazing. Okay, so
yeah, I often go back and rewatch these videos just to kind of get re-inspired to do YouTube again. Because, oh my god, see if I can recognize shit. See if I can recognize anything in there. I mean, it's hella low res, so you know this is as high as it. Yeah, it's as high as it goes. 240p. Shit, dude. So yeah, that's the Wonder Shot, the Cafe Lay. I think that's Match. There's the Uck Black. That might be Premium Beans, maybe. You got some sweet Onko type stuff over there. I think Skull, maybe. It's really hard telling because it's such low resolution, but it's kind of how it was back in the day. And of course, you got your teas and your sports drinks and car sweat right there. Even at 240p potato res, I can still recognize it. So, yeah. Yeah, I've just been rewatching. There's Coke and Aquarius and stuff like that. Man. Oh yeah, that's that Miss Parlor soda he was talking about. I've never seen this before. It must have been like a promo thing or something. Only 110 yen, I think. Yeah, 110 yen.
I think today I'm gonna get this one called Miss Parlor Soda. So
Oh.
Okay, so I'm gonna start it with this soda is really good. Bubblegum flavored, I think. This is what it tastes like. So yeah, I just found out what classes I'm gonna be taking for this semester. It's an intensive Japanese classes program kind of thing going on. I'm going to school 5 days a week, which isn't too
Oh my
bad,
gosh.
to be honest. I have Thursday,
5 days, that's a lot, really, for college, you know. For me, when I was going to school out of Lakeland, I would only go 4 days a week. Sometimes only 3 during the summer, because there'd be some classes where, you know, you'd only have to actually show up like once a week, and then just like turn in homework on the second day of class, or by the second day of class. So that was pretty nice.
I was actually here yesterday. It's pretty nice. It's one of the few places that
Yeah.
survived the fire bombs in World War II. So it's one of the few places in Tokyo that's actually like the original buildings. Because most of the stuff, you know, was leveled to the ground, and it's all been rebuilt. But, this is all the original. Well, obviously not the Palace Hotel over there, but
Yeah.
the actual.
Oh, jeez, Raj, come on.
So yeah, I know we're getting closer to Elton though.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice breeze. But yeah, there's a ton of water.
I remember this was like kind of like the first arc, I guess, with Tokyo Swan, was him trying to order tickets for Elton John at the Budokan. Which I guess he had to do at a convenience store, which he later found out.
But you know, it's good for you, and you know, keeps you fit, I guess, keeps you active.
Wow.
It's very interesting that on just the other side of the street, it's a total opposite.
That's something my fat ass has got to do too. Get outside more, walk around. Tell you, man.
If we just look this way,
This Kelowna Chub's got to go. It's got to go, man.
So now I'm gonna play Again, wish me luck.
Man.
I'd say for foreigners who want to come to Japan, it's probably best to know at least some of the language.
Yeah.
In Tokyo specifically, I guess it's, depending on where you are, it's not so bad because there's quite a few foreigners and people that speak English. And a lot of the signs have English subtitles or whatever. And I never know what to do when I see
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, you know, if you're living in Tokyo and stuff, you could pretty much know like no Japanese and still get by. But I would highly recommend you learn it, just because like the more you learn, the more things open up to you. And that's something I got to do more, is learn the language proper. But you know, last time I tried to really learn it, I didn't realize just how much of a time commitment it was, and I was trying to do like all different sorts of things at the time. So I just, you know.
I don't think this person knows the way to the Budokan either.
No statue? Yeah.
At least if she does, she's not talking.
Yeah, it's definitely not. I mean, it's definitely worn on the old head brain, I'll tell you that for sure.
But I stopped and asked
You know.
Japanese police officer,
But
and he told me, oh, ho, ho, ho.
There we are.
You know what I'm looking at? Yes, right. It's the Budokan. We're almost there. We are almost there. Of course, I find it quite amusing if I've come all this way and the tickets are already sold out. I'm not really sure if Elton John's popular or not here in Japan, but I guess I'm going to find out soon.
We'll find out.
Yeah. God, that would suck if they were sold out.
Right?
Now, the Budokan is actually primarily used for martial arts exhibitions, but because the Beatles played there in the 60s,
Alright.
it's become known in the West for holding the big rock concerts here. So I think we are just about there. We've made it to the Budokan.
There it is, man.
That was a lot of walking, but now we're going to see if it's all paid off with some tickets for Elton John.
Like a few moments of 8 though.
Okay, so after exploring the Budokan for a while, found out that you can't actually buy tickets here. But they were nice enough to give me a number to which I'm supposed to call to get the tickets. At least I got some more octopus balls out of it.
There you go, get some takoyaki, Swan.
Octopus balls, I was
Yeah.
talking about. If you look right in there, you see
Like, I don't mind working at home. Or working from home, rather. Either way.
it's supposed to be a bit like Pee-wee from Pee-wee's Big Adventure when he tried to get to the Alamo and there wasn't a basement that he's looking for.
Is that some old Dreamcast stuff? Nice.
Okay, so we didn't get the Elton John tickets today.
Oh my god, that old CRT TV.
You know, got to
Goodness.
to the Imperial Palace, see the Budokan, some more
I don't know why it looks like that with that big ass fucking block in the way.
So, I guess right now I'm just gonna play some Dreamcast and heal my poor aching feet.
Yeah.
So this is Swan signing off and see you next time.
Nice. Yeah, we got the intro. So it was Tokyo Swan 3. Alright, cool. So now that I finished my breakfast, I can actually talk some more. I feel kind of bad not really saying much during the first 2 episodes. That's the thing, you know, with some of these like reaction videos and stuff. But yeah, as far as like working from home goes, I like working from home, but that's with the context of being able to actually go out and do other stuff aside from just working at home, and allowing working at home to give me the freedom to do those things. So, you know, I'll be honest, like if it wasn't for being able to go to school online here in Japan, like a lot of opportunities and stuff like that I wouldn't have been able to really take advantage of. You know, just not being able, you know, not having to worry about the commute and everything like that, because commuting fucking sucks. It gets annoying. And it takes up a lot of unnecessary time. But that being said, even my introvert ass is starting to miss, you know, human interaction, you know? I always felt like my day had kind of a better structure to it. I guess, because of the changing in locations. You know, going from, well, when we were still doing in-person classes, I was living at Nakano Shimbashi in the box, and people are like, why the hell do you want to live there? It's so gross and disgusting. Like, come on, you can do better. And it's true, but it's cheap, and it was close to school, and I figured it wasn't forever. It was just for now. And it was pretty nice. Yeah, you definitely need structure, for sure. And I think that's the thing that's starting to like really get to me with working from home, is because I do like literally everything from here. Like, like here is the whole length of my commutes. So I start from there, right? It's my bed. Then I roll all the way over here, and that's my commute. So yeah, I know I live a very rough life. I'm sorry, but yeah, just doing the same thing from the same place over and over again. And there's also, you definitely need that separation of work and home, you know. And that's something I always wanted to do, was get a like an apartment or a house or something like that that had like a dedicated work room, so I could feel that sort of separation. You know, it's like that's what some people do actually, is they get like a dedicated work room, like a home office or whatever. You can rent them here in Japan too, but they're like ungodly expensive. And there's some cheaper options where you can do like what's it called? Like a work share. Oh, the co-working environment, I think is what it's called. You know, one of my friends, Masa, he does that. He has like a little co-working space. So you can rent it out for like a couple hours a week or whatever, and they have like tiered structures and stuff. Wasn't living in the box is like living on the ship, like living in a small space? Yeah, exactly. In fact, actually, the box had more space, like way more space, for personal stuff than the ship did. So like, to me, it was a fucking upgrade. You know, it was like going to officers' quarters, you know, and seeing all the different storage space that they have for stuff. So to me, I was like, fucking sweet. All right, cool. You know, but it was kind of the same mentality too. You know, just living on a ship. So, you know, I was kind of used to living in small spaces. And for me, like, I was on small boys. You know, I was on a frigate and a destroyer. So I was never on like a really huge ship or anything like that. So I was, even aside from living quarters, I was used to working in small spaces too. So, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So, yeah, it didn't really bother me that much. But anyway, getting back to my original point, I was rambling there. Sorry. There was that separation of work and school, or well, it's work, school. I don't even think, was I working? I mean, I was doing freelance stuff, I guess, but nothing too serious yet. But it was mostly just school and box life, you know. When I first got to Japan, I was like broke as shit, because I was just waiting for that first GI Bill check to hit. And I felt really bad because, you know, I was making a lot of friends. So, what's today? Wednesday? Okay. Sorry. But I was making like a lot of friends, and you know, they wanted to go out and do stuff, you know, want to go karaoke and drink and all those kinds of other stuff. And you know, I definitely wanted to go, but I knew I didn't have the budget for something like that until that first GI Bill check kicked off. So I was like, don't worry, guys, you know, and I didn't want them to like pay for my stuff either, because it'd just feel bad. So, you know, I'd just say, oh, you know, I got work, or, you know, whatever, and just try to be polite about it. But in reality, I was just kind of waiting for that first check to hit the 1st of March, and then we could actually go out and do stuff. But as you guys know, it's around when old Clone Chain World Tour kicked off. Well, it kicked off a little earlier for us in Japan. But yeah, we'd switch to online classes, and yeah, you know the whole deal. God, can you believe it's been almost a year at this point? Well, I've been back in Japan for over a year, but as far as like, you know, the whole Clan World Tour thing, you know, it's been like a year at this point. Yeah, a lot can change for sure. But yeah, I guess just to catch you guys up, for those who are coming to the stream, I noticed there's a couple new faces in there. So we're doing a little Roger Swann tribute, kind of watch through for some Tokyo Swan episodes. I think now that I'm done with breakfast, we can kind of skip through to some of my favorite ones. So, Ramen Museum is one, definitely. I kind of like the Lozona one for its sort of like chill vibes. I like Should Be a Nightlife. Yagami Festival is good. Buddha in Paradise. Okay, so I think we'll kind of skip around from here out instead of just doing like a straight watch through. And if you guys want, well, you know, if you guys want to check out Roger Swann's stuff, just youtube.com/Roger Swann's RODGERSWAN. He's got a lot of really good stuff. Very early YouTube, as you can see from here. It's like September 21st, 2007. Long ass time ago. But yeah, you know, as you guys know, I've been on a bit of a YouTube hiatus, kind of, sort of, a little bit. You know, like, I don't mind doing like live streams and stuff like that, just to kind of keep things going. But as far as like making videos on a consistent basis, basically been on hiatus for a couple months now, as far as that goes. And it's just because I've been just feeling really burnt out with making stuff for myself. You know, just between, you know, school, work, and just, you know, trying to get my visa and everything situated. It was just the whole thing. So usually during these times I go back and watch guys like Roger Swann to kind of reinvigorate myself, you know, to get back to that like reason why I even started YouTube in the first place. But anyway, alright, I think I've blathered on long enough, so we'll continue the watch through. So this is where the debut of the Tokyo Swan theme song. And one of the cool things is he actually had a buddy of his, he had him like do all the music and stuff.
Hey gang, welcome to the next installment of Tokyo Swan.
You know, this is like way before all these other services and stuff did that. So
let's go check it out. So we finally arrived to the Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum.
I've been here before, made a video here. Did like a whole walkthrough of the place. It's really super cool.
Check it out, there's ramen everywhere.
Oh my gosh. Definitely want to go back, for sure. Although I don't think it's open right now. So.
Oddly enough, there wasn't really a lot of museum in the ramen museum.
Yeah.
The first floor was more or less a gift shop with a few pieces of ramen in some of the glass cases and, you know, some nice little fats along the wall. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed going to the museum.
Little cup noodle in the bag, yeah.
It was definitely a worthwhile visit. And the whole concept of a ramen museum is pretty cool.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff there.
A lot of stuff in there that just kind of made me scratch my head and wonder what it was doing in a ramen museum. They even have a ramen photo booth in here. That's pretty creepy.
Yeah, a little ramen purikura. That's interesting. Then they got like, you know, specialty omiyage packs and Jesus, okay, stuff like that. Oh man.
Now we're going to the basement floor of the ramen museum. That's right. There are 3 floors of ramen. You know, I guess it makes sense. You know, you got your art museum, science.
Wait, there's 3 floors? 3 floors. I thought it was just 2. Unless he's counting like the in-between floor, because there's like a little landing space, which there's like nothing there, and then the actual well, we'll get into it.
Why not a ramen one? And then the bottom 2 floors were, you know, the weird little Disney World.
Yeah, there's that landing space. There's really nothing there. It's just kind of an overhang. So I guess it's technically a floor, but I don't know. I know, technicalities. Yeah. Yeah, I had some really dope-ass ramen out there, too. And it actually, there was like a live performance by some Japanese singer. I guess she was kind of famous back in like the 80s or something like that. Did a little song, included on the video, so obviously got, you know, flagged. But, yeah. Hey, what up, Car Wash? How's it going? Oh yeah, because basically this whole area was meant to be like kind of a Showa, early Showa era, you know, little shopping area, a little Shotengai type place. Thanks for sharing the Discord like that. Yeah, no worries, man. I didn't know that that link had expired. Cause I originally set it for like, you know, infinite amount of uses, infinite amount of length of time, but I guess for some reason it expired. So now I got to go and change the link on all my videos. Which sucks, but it is what it is, right? So, but yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. Appreciate it. Yeah, and it's really cool. There's like a whole like line of stuff, and you basically just order on the outside, get the little tickets and stuff, and then just bring it in, hand ticket, and you get your ramen. So. As far as price goes, I think it is a little above average, but not significantly so. I mean, I guess it depends on like where you go there, but yeah, definitely cannot recommend this place enough. It is some good ass eats, and just so many good photo and video opportunities out there. Just so much good stuff to record for sure. Yep, Shin Yokohama Ramen Museum. They also have the Cup Noodle Museum too, which is different. But yeah, definitely got to go to the Cup Museum at some point. I haven't gone there before. But yeah, Yokohama is just a wonderful place, you know. A lot of people, when they think of Japan, you know, think of Tokyo and all kinds of stuff to do out there. And there is, of course, but you know, it's other spots too. And that's something I really wanted to showcase during my first run out in Japan, was kind of show, you know, not just Tokyo stuff, but also stuff to do in Kanagawa. And I think now that stuff is starting to clear up, you know, we can kind of see an end on the horizon for old Clone Chain World Tour. It's not going to be anytime super soon, but, you know, the ending is in sight, I think. I'm definitely planning on doing a lot of stuff, especially in Kanagawa. You know, Yokosuka is definitely fun. It's got a lot of tourist opportunities. You can do a little boat ride. They actually have like a little boat that you can ride around. Technically it's on base too, because I remember seeing them like every morning after quarters. See a little boat ride and hear somebody in Japanese explain like what the ships were and stuff like that. And yeah, Sarashima did a video out there. Really got to redo that one. There's a lot of, you know, in addition to looking at the Roger Swann stuff, there's also a lot of my own videos from the original Ancient Pandy series that I wanted to like revisit, because I really like the way that Yokosuka video that I did when I went back to like my old apartment and everything like that. I really like the way that was done, even though, you know, looking back, I probably could have added maybe some voiceover, but I kind of wanted more of like a chill vibe, sort of laid back sort of thing. And I like that idea of kind of like revisiting old locations and, you know, just making videos in my newer style, you know, with just better flowing of B-roll and voiceover and stuff like that. And with a 4K camera as well. But yeah, Sarashima, definitely a place I want to go to for sure. Again, Mikasa was good too. Yep, did a... that was actually one of my longer Indie Japan videos where I did like a a real-time tour of Mikasa in like 37 minutes or something like that. It was ridiculous. And that's when I got, this is way before I got my GoPro. So what I did was I got a like a wide-angle lens for my camcorder. And it kind of sort of worked, but it was also kind of like really weirdly, like the light was kind of bent a little on the sides. So you get that weird sort of vignetting look. I remember eating a Trump burger there a couple years ago. Did you remember? Oh yeah, at Tsunami Burger. I gotta go there too. Like I remember passing by that place so many times, walking around the haunch, but never actually went in there before. The burger place I'd go to, which I don't even know if they make burgers anymore. Or it might be a lunch thing. I don't know. Culinary World Tour has affected a lot of businesses around here. The place I'd go to would be Snug Stay Door Cafe, and that was in my old neighborhood in Yokosuka. And it's just a tiny little blink and you'll miss it type place. It's like Hawaiian themed and really super laid back and chill. Like hardly anybody went in there. So it was always super relaxing to just be the only guy in there. Or maybe there's like a couple off in the corner or something like that. Because I guess it's more active at night. But during the day it would sell like burgers and stuff like that. So I'm like, hell yeah, let's get in there. Yeah, I definitely want to visit Tsunami Burger as well. But anyway, let's move on to... Should Be a Nightlife is a good one. It's pretty short. So we could do Should Be a Nightlife. Then Buddha in Paradise would be another one. Always good to have a go-to place. Yes, definitely. So yeah, my go-to places back when I was living in Yokosuka was Snug Store Cafe and Banya Ramen. That was like my ramen place, and it was because it was in Kanagawa. The main style is Yokohama Ieke, or Yokohama home style. So that's for me like my favorite ramen style. For sure. And there would be the little ramen place. It's actually pretty close to the station, and I just go there, and they have like surfboards and stuff on the outside, and inside it'd be like a proper ramen place. And just I remember, coming back from a long period out to sea, and just dumping all my crap off at home, and running back to Banya, grab a hot bowl of ramen, and just I could just feel like the tension and everything just fucking easing from me. So, Barty, who is Roger Swann? Oh, yeah. So for those who don't know, Roger Swann was a very early J-vlogger, and he studied abroad at Keio University, which is, I guess, one of the top universities in Japan. It's usually in the running against like Tokyo University. Like if Tokyo University is Harvard, Keio is like Yale or Stanford, basically. So like super duper tippy top type shit. But he studied abroad out in kind of the same area where I'm at right now in Kawasaki, although he's a bit closer to Kawasaki City than I was or am. But he basically passed away today. It would have been 11 years ago today. Sorry, I can words. But yeah, we're just doing a little celebratory live stream of some select Tokyo Swan episodes in celebration of Roger's life. And also just because these are the videos that inspired me to come out to Japan. Because like even before, when I was a little kid, and my cousins were stationed out in Yokosuka, and we got a chance to visit them, but just had some stuff come up to where we couldn't get out there. I always saw, me coming to Japan eventually, but I didn't know if it would just be to like visit just to say I did it, or to live out here. And it's guys like, Swan and Tokyo Kuni who inspired me to, give it a go and just show that it's actually very practical to come out here. And yeah, with Rodger especially, you know, studying abroad and everything. You know, I talked with him a lot on Facebook, and back when YouTube had a message system, we'd message back and forth and talk in the comments and everything like that. But a lot of that stuff's lost to time because of YouTube changing stuff around. So yeah, we're just watching a couple select episodes of Tokyo Swan. So like this one, or not this one, sorry. Whoops, this one. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this is a really quick one. Horrible now, right? Yeah.
Hey, welcome to the next Tokyo Swan. Today we're starting our adventure here at Keio University. This is where I go to school.
I watched Roger Swann back in the day. I've been following various bloggers since like 2010.
To have some fun. Oh yeah, just another heads up. If you remember episode
yeah, there's a lot of J-vloggers back in the day. Sadly, don't make content anymore. You know, a lot of them just kind of phased themselves out. You know, they got themselves a real job and got married, or went back to where they used to live, and yeah. It's a very cyclical niche, J-vlogging, but it's not quite as cyclical as it used to be. So yeah, there's some of his friends from Keio University studying abroad. Now they're out in Shibuya. Looks like the crossing. Oh, that was back when they had that bus card out there. They got rid of that. I guess it's something else now. I haven't been to Shibuya in a while, but is it because YouTube didn't pay much or what? That could be part of it, but I think it's mostly just like with some people, you know, they don't want to make it. They don't really see it as like a career. They just see it as kind of like a hobby, or just to kind of like show the friends and family back home what they're doing. And you know, for some people they don't want to continue that, or it becomes like too much to manage, or you know, a bunch of weirdos in the comments like get on their shit about stuff, you know. So it just depends on the person, really. And you know, like nowadays most people want to be YouTubers or content creators in some form or fashion, whether it's on Twitch or whatever. So there's a lot less turnover than there was back in the day, which is good. You know, you get to follow people for long periods of time and kind of see them grow and mature and, you know, move on up, which is one of the things I love about YouTube, is to kind of see people, especially, oh my gosh, this, okay, so I gotta pause this little part. So this is how you know this video was filmed before 3/11, right? Because 3/11 was a big, you know, Fukushima, tsunami, earthquake, stuff like that. And afterwards, Japan changed a lot of safety regulations on signs, because I guess of all the fall down damage from the earthquake and the tsunami and stuff. So yeah, that's why there's no longer a lot of big neon signs or a lot of these gigantic overhang type signs, like the huge fucking fries and stuff like that. So that's why they shifted to like LEDs and smaller, more discreet signs that are closer to the buildings, which makes it a pain in the ass to find stuff, to be honest with you. But yeah, that's definitely how you know it's filmed before 3/11, because they have the huge overhang signs. Yeah, what's the best camera to use just for everyday video? Honestly, man, just if I would recommend a camera, yeah, just a little history lesson for y'all. See, there's another neon sign right there. That's not around as much anymore. But anyway, best camera to recommend for just everyday videos, I'd just say your cell phone, man. Like, just start off using your cell phone, record some stuff. If you, because the thing is with YouTube, and I'll just pause it real quick just to kind of get this little point out. But the thing is with YouTube, IRL streaming is expensive monthly. Yeah, it is. Like I tried looking into it because I wanted to really get into it because I really liked it, and I kind of liked that, you know, being able to go to a new place and have people like kind of come in and like talk and chat shit and stuff. I thought that'd be really cool. Sure, YouTube will pick it up. Oh, you mean the video? I mean, it just depends on, like, the video, really. Like, there's videos out there that are filmed with, like, potato-ass quality that manage to hit it off. It just depends on, like, what the video's about, story, mostly. So, but the thing is with YouTube, as far as, like, cameras and stuff like that goes, the best thing I could recommend starting off is just using your cell phone. Because when you're doing YouTube, you know, when you're starting up YouTube, the thing you got to develop is consistency, not quality. Everybody gets it twisted, and they think that they have to have like the super highest quality videos out there, or else they're not going to get seen, and they're going to get buried in the algorithm and all those kinds of stuff. But really, you have to develop your consistency, because it doesn't matter how good the quality of the video is, because nobody's really going to see your original stuff pop up at first, and then eventually you're going to hit a video that hits it off with the algorithm and it recommends it, and you know, carries on from there. But that's not going to happen right off the bat for most people, and for the ones that do, it's usually because they had a fan base before, or you know, if you believe some of the conspiracies, you know, that they were an industry plant. But, you know, case by case. But in most cases, I'll say, you just got to work on your consistency before your quality. And once you have a good number of videos out there, then you can start to kind of tweak and be like, okay, what are some things that I like about these videos? What are some things I don't like? You know, because you can actually have a body of work to, like, look at and be like, I like that part. I like when I said that. I don't like when I said that. That camera angle makes me look like shit. What's up with the lighting there? Oh, I like that outdoor part. Oh, I like that. You know, just, you can kind of break it down from there, right? So, yeah, Cash, you know, who streams in Tokyo says around 500. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, that's why I didn't know it was that fucking much. But I guess if you're like a super serious live streamer who needs that like constant bit rate of stuff, yeah, I guess that's pretty realistic. You know, you got guys like Jake and Bake, and I haven't really paid attention to who's like really big on the IRL streaming nowadays. But you know, the ones that were big were like Jake and Bake. What was the other guy? Retro Gaijin, I think, something like that. Jake and Bake was like the big one. And their stuff always looked super crisp. And I'm like, how the hell does he do that? Because like I tried doing that with the Breakfast in Tokyo series. Just something really simple, like me going to a conveni, grabbing some shit, going out to a park, just eating it and chatting shit with you guys. But the quality was always so potato, and I'm just like, oh my god. And I know you guys loved it, because you obviously tuned in and left a lot of comments and stuff, but it was just like, oh my god, how can you guys stand this content? It's so terrible looking. But, you know, I eventually had to stop it because I had my data throttled for a month because of all the frequent live streams out in town. So that's why I don't do it out in town anymore. That's why I have to do it here in my room, which I know is not as exciting, but you know, it is what it is. Shogun, my guy. But yeah, anyway, watched a couple of your old vlogs from a couple years ago today. Really enjoy seeing you driving to Japan again. Thanks, man. Yeah, that's another reason I made those vlogs, was to kind of show the process, because like everybody wants to see like YouTube and other social media as like a highlight reel of things. You know, just kind of show off the good parts, show the wins, don't show the losses, or the process leading you up to those wins. You know, it's just basically just me listening to guys like Gary Vee and Seth Godin, basically. Just shipping shit, you know. Just get it out there, you know. And that's something I forgot along the way with making stuff, was to just get the shit out there, because I became like way too analytical. And this is something I'm like learning as I actually, well, nah. But anyway, I'll just finish this little bit and then we'll get back to the Swan stuff. Sorry, I'm just really passionate about YouTube stuff, and I think the coffee just kicked in. So, but yeah, during this little hiatus time, I basically you know, was looking back at like why I hated some aspects of things, and it was mostly just because I was too analytical and was thinking too much about the numbers, which as a freelancer, I wouldn't say it's like the right mentality, but that I kind of approached my own videos with a freelancer mentality, which is to like provide value to the client. And, you know, kind of like to hell with like your own expectations and shit like that, and to like not get too attached to it. But in doing so, you know, my videos kind of lost their heart, and yeah, I didn't really like making videos as much, and I couldn't quite put my finger on it. YouTube analytical stuff. You looked into SEO work? Yeah, I have, but a lot of that has changed over the years. Like, if you were to, you know, pitch that to me, say maybe a decade or so ago, I'd be super interested in it, but it's just really changed. Any other channels I edit besides Eric6? He's like my main client right now, but I do some work for Hachiko District. They're a media production company out in Tokyo. Do some work for them. Oh, nice. Yeah, it might be something I consider at some point. But yeah, I work for Hachiko District, mostly just doing like their Instagram stuff. So just basically like reformatting their pre-existing videos and like putting in text and stuff like that. So it's not anything like super intensive, but I always like to kind of add my own little touches to them. So I can't just like slap on text, change the aspect ratio, and all right, video. You know. A couple years ago, there's a lot of foreigners there. Nice, nice. Yeah, it might be something I have to consider at some point, maybe. I don't know. Good for food reviews, yeah. Yeah, they got a lot of really good stuff up there. And looking to get a little more involved with that channel, actually. Just depends on what's going on in the world, because obviously there's a lot of restaurants that are closed right now. Or even if they are open, they're not exactly open to the idea of people going in there and filming and stuff like that. They're a little tight on cash at the moment. So it's just a lot of wait and see, basically. Yeah, that rhymed. So, but yeah, did I answer the... I don't know. Anyway, let's continue. Sorry for the ramble there. Yeah. There's some gaijin bar. I don't even know where this is, but some random bar in Shibuya, I guess. Oh yeah, the old you know, inserts with the beep. Oh man. Oh my god, wait, is that a... Oh, it's just a regular hat. For a second, I thought it was a. For a second, I thought it was just a visor. I was like, oh man, that's really taking it back. Yeah, let's have a good time. See, this is this is the kind of stuff I wanted to do. Coming back to Japan, doing the Andy Japandy stuff, was just stuff going out with my friends and not being a fucking social recluse like I've been for the past 5 years. Getting out, going karaoke, doing some bar crawls, and you know, shit like that. Well, I don't want to. Better be careful, or else my shit will get flagged. So we'll have to cut this episode short, but you get the idea. So now we'll switch over to Buddha in Paradise. No coffee maker? Yeah, that's okay. Ooh, gotta check that out later. But yeah, that's another thing I want to get. Once I get the financials in order, is getting a coffee maker, because I've been keeping my eye out for a couple out here. You know, I don't need to get anything like super duper fancy schmancy, because I don't really have a place to put it. Just something small like a Keurig or something like that. In it for the long run, though, yeah, for sure. And that's something else I gotta keep reminding myself, is just to be patient with it, because you know, there's a lot of times where I feel like, you know, I'm hyping up stuff that doesn't end up happening, and or if it does, it's just kind of like a, you know, the payoff's kind of anticlimactic, you know. And I'm like, ugh. But that's life, you know. Nobody could have predicted what happened last year to happen. You know, like that kind of shit wasn't even on anybody's radar. Like that whole thing didn't even exist back in 2019 when I was preparing to come back to Japan, you know. So yeah, definitely there'll be a day for pub crawling and stuff like that. And I'm sure once, you know, the stuff is distributed, you know, once that's distributed, then yeah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a big tourism boom, because Japan's going to be pushing pretty damn hard for that, because they just realized just how much their economy relies on tourism. You know, if the Olympics isn't a prime example of that, I don't know what is. But even Olympics aside, you know, like fuck. That just reminded me, like, of all the I don't know, sorry. Nobody could have, but throw a rock into the guy and stuck in a drinking den. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't want to do, like, you know, pub crawls, like, all the time, obviously. You know, just be reasonable about it. But still, you know, just go out and have a few drinks every once in a while. Yeah, do some reasonable things. Anyway, speaking of drinks, not those kind, but something a little more healthy. Let me go grab some water before we start up the next video. I'll just get it prepped here. Okay, cool. So we're going to do Buddha in Paradise, where he goes to the Daibutsu out in Kamakura, which I did a video... Like, I can obviously, like, tell, like, which videos were a little inspired by Tokyo Swan. The videos that I did for the first run of Anti-Japandy. Buddha in Paradise definitely was one, where I went out and saw the Daibutsu out in Kamakura. But anyway, I gotta go grab some water from the fridge, so I'll be right back. Literally right behind the camera right now. So... Actually, oh shit, I totally forgot. Before we get the water... Shit. About fell over there. Anyway, before we get the water, I guess, we'll have ourselves a green smoothie. Because I'm trying to eat healthier. You know. Trying to lose some, you know, colon chubbage. So... Ow. Speaking of which, let me... check something real quick, because the weather's supposed to get better this afternoon, I think. But we'll see. Oop. Yeah, still holding strong, so that's good. It's good. Just gotta wait till noon, basically. So I'll go grab something to eat, and then like 1 p.m. on, it's gonna be pretty good. So sweet. Be able to go for a walk. All right, let's switch back to live chat. Alrighty, so let's get back into action. Buddha in Paradise. You Swan. Oh my god. I so want to do like a proper video of Kamakura and Oshima, just like the beach areas of Kanagawa. Oh my god. Fucking love that shit. Yep. Oh yeah. You see little kids all the time going around Kamakura. I remember, it's a little story time here real quick. So, I know I just started the video, but a little story time. So, when, if you're in the armed services and you go to a foreign country, especially out in Japan, they have you go to this thing called AOB ICR, which is like a mandatory, which is a mandatory kind of introduction to the cultures and customs of the country. So when I first checked in Yokosuka, went to this place, and you're basically there for like 2 weeks. For your first 2 weeks there, you got to go and, or is it? I think it's 2 weeks. I think it's just a week, maybe. I don't remember. It's been a while, but so you're there, and like the whole thing is like the end of the session is you go to this little tour of Kamakura. So when I originally went, it was like super raining and gross, and you know, I filmed a whole bunch of stuff with my cell phone because that's all I had with me at the time, and you know, the camera work was kind of janky, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, they just kind of showed you around Kamakura. Went to like the big temple shrine area. I forget what the name of it is. And just kind of went around. And we didn't go to the Daibutsu that day, but I remember going to it later or something. Eh, jeez. Sorry. I know the story's kind of let down. That's kind of what it was. But yeah. Just really loved the vibe of Kamakura. Oh, right. And we'd see little kids. There's Enoshima. You can tell by the big tower up there. Yeah, I guess.
And it feels surreal to be here.
Mm.
It definitely does not feel like reality to me at all. There's sun.
There's more sun.
Yep.
So, yes,
Gotta love the sun, yeah.
And here we are about to reach the actual island itself.
Hmm. Yeah, this is definitely Enoshima. Yep, went there before. I don't know if I filmed anything there, though. Oh, yeah, I did. I filmed just me kind of treading water in the ocean a little bit, but that's... I don't know if I actually filmed out there. I don't remember. Oh, yeah. I showed this one off. In the, I think it's actually the same. If this is the no, I don't think this is the Daibutsu one. Looks a little different. But I remember showing off a family kind of doing the purification with the hands and stuff. And we did it during our guided tour. Sure, you get some sun too, but yeah. Definitely. Well, once the sun comes out past the clouds, I'll be sure to. Also, the fluorescent lamps ain't doing me any favors, huh? Yep.
Best way to get rid of migraine coins.
So here we are at the top of the island, and let's just see some of the locations that we can go to. The Bell of Dragon's Love. There's a shrine.
And the Samuel Cocking Garden.
Samuel Cocking Garden.
Ooh. Yeah. Yeah, definitely got to do a video in Enoshima for sure.
So there's even a
I thought for sure I did one during my initial run, but I can't recall any where I actually went to the island and filmed. I took pictures out there, but no video. Hard to believe. Yeah, just so many wonderful views, and you see the Toby, the sea kites. They're freaking everywhere. So yeah, that's why you don't eat anything near the sea, because they'll literally swoop down and like come grab it. Or then more inland, like Gunma and Nagano. No, I haven't actually. That's another thing I want to do too, is actually explore Japan proper. And my plan was to... Oh, there's the Daibutsu. But my plan was to go to like Kyoto and stuff like that during a school break. But that plan kind of got nixed.
And it's amazing.
So I've just been looking for stuff that's a bit closer to show off.
It's quite nice.
Marine area of Enoshima. Bunch of, I guess, oh yeah, the Bosuzoku. Yeah, the Shonan Bosuzoku are definitely out there for sure. And they went during a crowded ass day. When I went, there was hardly anybody there, thankfully. So I got the Daibutsu all to myself. That's actually one of my all-time favorite videos I put together, especially for the first Ancient Painting series. And I got one of those little metal statues. I had to give it to Goodwill, sadly, when I moved. But was a national park?
And now I think we're gonna take the train back and go back to the dorm. So yeah, it was a great.
Definitely gotta check that out. Where's that at? In
it's definitely a place
is that in like Guma or?
So, hope you enjoyed the episode. We'll see you next time.
Definitely want to check that out for sure. Oh shit, that's another thing. There's a actually like a forest park that's close by here that I want to show off at some point. But I'm gonna wait for a little more vegetation to grow. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a bunch of dead-looking trees. Fukushima. Oh, okay, cool. Definitely want to check that at some point. Minato Mirai. Ends okay. Budokan 1. Dorm room tour. Even though this one's may not be as interesting to some people, this one was actually one of my favorite videos because it kind of showed like what what life would be like if I studied abroad. And they actually provided dorms, but the school I went to didn't provide dorms, so I had to find other accommodations. But as far as station I live by in Kawasaki, I don't want to reveal that on air, just for privacy reasons. But yeah. So we'll go to episode 13. Oh, this is the extended version. Oh, there's a new studio driver available. Sweet. I'll get that later. Oh, he even got the Daibutsu in there. Oh my god. Yeah, this is the extended intro. Love it. Tokyo Swan.
Hey, welcome to
Yeah.
Tokyo Swan.
Even all these years later, I still like
Got a special
feel mad wave of nostalgia listening to that intro.
What does my dorm look like? So this episode is going to show you basically a little guided tour of my room. So you'll see what international students' dorm might look like if you decide to study abroad in Japan. So what you'll be working with. Now every dorm is going to vary, obviously, but this is mine. So we'll make our way to the entrance, to the genkai. This is where you put your shoes. Then we're going to enter room.
Yeah, so he lived in this dorm called
You take your shoes off.
I guess it's called Plume IS.
There's some right there.
It's strictly for like KO students and stuff like that. So
Bottles.
oh, it's no worries. So yeah, Roger passed away. It was due to acute pancreatitis. It was, I guess, a sudden flare up, and he died due to internal bleeding from it. So nice. I'm actually not too far from that. So, a couple stations away. Just give y'all a little hint, but yeah, he passed due to internal bleeding from acute pancreatitis. Oh shit! What else was I gonna say? God, come on, brain, do your thing. Oh yeah, the dorms. So, with Japanese colleges, one of the big misconceptions is that they all have dorms, right? Most of them do, but not all of them. So, if you're an international student, unless you get some kind of special waiver, then you have to go into the dorms for the first semester, and then afterwards you got to find an apartment and all this other shit. So it's walk to Noborito though to catch a rapid express. Yeah, that's what I do too. Yeah, no worries. Sorry, I missed there.
Whatnot.
Um,
As you can
But yeah, like some dorms or some schools have dorms like KO. They have this dorm called Plume IS for KO students. Living in a dorm for Japanese college is about 1 mile a month. Nice. Man. I guess the Temple students are getting fucking hosed or something. Oh, okay. Yeah. Fun stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but with a lot of the dorms that I was looking at for like Temple and stuff like that, they were all like thousands of dollars a month or some weird shit. So it's not too much to assume. No worries, MS. All the streams are. This will be up for a while until I do the next live stream. And if you ever want to watch the old live streams, they're always on the My Live Streams playlist. So if you ever want to go and look back at some of the old live streams, you always can. I just keep the older ones unlisted just because the algorithm gets a little fucky about live streams. Yeah, it's weird.
And it's quite small. Yep.
Oh, is that a unit bath? Which I mean for a dorm's pretty good. Jesus, what is that? Is that a hold on? I wanna check the camera real quick. Yeah, just a unit bath.
And it's quite small. Yep.
I'm gonna check that camera when he comes in there. Yep. Looks like a Sony Cyber Shot. Damn, that's an old ass version of the Cyber Shot. I don't think. Well, I know they don't make them like that anymore. But man, this is a super weird version of the Cyber Shot. Crazy. Yeah. When I go back to Japan, though, I'm just gonna stay in a guest house or two or something. Yeah. See, that's good. You know, like I can't recommend guest houses enough, especially if you're, you know, just starting out in Japan, or you know, you're looking to just stay in Japan for a short amount of time. Like, you know, just staying at hotels and stuff is gonna cost you like way too much money, and for like a fraction of the price, you just stay at a guest house. You know. But Noburito had an apartment with my ex. Yeah.
Cute. And my textbooks from KO University are scattered across.
Yeah, I'm actually looking for places out in that area too, because I really do like that area. It seems really nice, you know, close to the river and stuff.
Here, behind this, is the balcony. You can't really see it because it's really dark out. It looks like it's been raining. Okay.
Yeah,
a little balcony and there's not much of a view. That's okay. Sky, I guess. Over here, a little desk area.
No, it's hard getting like fine details as far as like what the computer was, but I can definitely tell that's the. Is that a Vista? Jeez, it's hard telling. It's like Windows Vista or something like that. Oh, flip K-tie, shit, dude. Elton John about what? Oh my gosh.
They gave us a nice deal of shelving space.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, I, being the messy guy that I am, have crap everywhere.
So messy.
This is just a wide array of things, folders, all sorts of neat and interesting. There's a bunch of Dreamcast games. I bought too many.
Man.
CDs.
You know, I often think, like, if Swan were still alive today and he was still out in Japan, like, if he would still be making content. Like, I wonder if he would, like, switch over to, like, retro game type stuff. Or make that, like, a side thing.
And I put extra food up here and little snacky things.
I think it'd be fun.
Just boxes, stuff to give the family back home. This is all my laundry. As you can see, I don't keep up with it. Little trash can.
But yeah, definitely looking to stay living outside of Tokyo as best I can, because after
space you're looking at. The other dorms, they do vary in size. This one, just talking about location-wise, it's about an hour's journey from here, from this room to my school. That's
Damn.
taking the train.
An hour, that's pretty good. That's about...
About 15 minutes to walk
Actually,
to the station.
mine was about 40-45 minutes going from
20
when I was living at the box at Nakanoshimbashi to school at Lakeland,
But, yeah,
depending on traffic.
it's
But
good stuff. And, thanks. See you next time.
alrighty. Next up, Turn to Akihabara's pretty good. Ice Cream City is another good one. Try to find do Spring Changes maybe. That's an interesting one. But yeah, I'm definitely looking to stay within Kawasaki area because after dealing with immigration, I realized just how fucked Tokyo immigration is. Like, no wonder people fucking hate it. But Kawasaki immigration's like way better, way less people. So yeah, just if anything for that reason alone, I'll definitely stay the hell away from Tokyo if I can help it. But I've heard that like some companies actually just do the immigration shit for you, so you don't even have to show up, which is nice. So if I can get involved with one of those, then fucking awesome. But if not, then my ass is staying the hell away from Tokyo. As far as living, I mean, I'd like to be close, but as far as living there, yeah. This one is Spring Changes. And one of the interesting things is one of the more popular Japan YouTubers is Dogen. And it turns out he was actually a classmate of Roger Swann's. And you'll get to see him in this episode when he moves. So with a lot of these people in the dorms, you also get the opportunity to do like a homestay type thing. And Dogen was able to do that, so you get to see in this episode where they move him into his new dorm, or not dorm, but home.
It's starting to get greener, and it's starting to bloom, which reminds me the cherry blossoms are going to bloom soon. Or they're starting to at least.
Yeah.
But I think by the end
Wow,
of the
that's...
so beautiful, and I'll for sure get video footage of that for everybody.
It's very similar to the area that I'm at. Yeah, lots of bridges. Definitely tell he's in Kawasaki for sure.
Amongst all this happiness and also these families playing together, there were a series of these ruddy-looking shacks down by the water. I thought that's a bit strange. You look closer, and they're just made of these various materials, and they're full of garbage.
Maybe that's like closer to Kawasaki City, but I haven't seen any big shelter areas like that before.
They tend to be quite silly, and they focus
Not in the area where I live anyway.
or whatever. But I just thought it'd be interesting to kind of share that as well. It's not pleasant. It's not
Immigration
nice.
opposition.
It's sad.
Yeah, that's the one that I go to. Yeah, they were. Oh god, yeah. Like I would see this little immigration story for y'all, and I think I shared this before, but yeah. So when I went to change my visa over from student to job seeking, I didn't know like which immigration office to go to, and because I'd never been to immigration before, because when I was in the military, like they handled all that shit through SOFA status, and then when I came over, like I already had all my immigration stuff already done before I got here. So I'd never been to the immigration before, so I didn't know which one to go to because, like, they thought that I was supposed to go to the Tokyo immigration in Shinagawa because the school was in Tokyo. But I'm like, I don't live in Tokyo anymore. And through a bunch of misunderstandings and everything, I eventually figured out that I was supposed to go to the one in Kawasaki, thankfully. But originally I went to one in Shinagawa, and it was just a regular ass fucking Monday morning. I figured I'd go Monday morning, because Mondays are usually the best time to go, because like hardly anybody's around anywhere. And they had like a line outside, especially because of, you know, Kono-chan World Tour. You know, they didn't want to have large gatherings inside, so they had a lot of people outside, super duper cold. It looked like a soup kitchen, because you'd see all these people just outside with like blankets, like shivering and just huddling around each other and shit. And I'm just like, oh my god, this is fucking terrible. Looks like a fucking soup kitchen, like a homeless shelter or something like that. I'm like, ugh. Like that alone convinced me not to live in Tokyo. For just that reason, if anything. So unless my company like handles all the immigration stuff on their end, like I'm not even gonna fucking bother. But then I went to the one in Tachikawa, which is a smaller office, which is close to where I live than Shinagawa is. And that office was definitely a lot better. It's more in the middle of nowhere. You have to walk a ways to get there. But yeah, Tachikawa is a pretty nice city too. Definitely looking around and be like, yeah, it's pretty alright. You know, it's close enough to Tokyo to where if I have to zip on over for work, it's not going to take me too long. And then they told me, well, you live technically in Kawasaki, so you have to go to the Kawasaki office. And I'm like, fuck, man. But the Kawasaki office is just like so fucking easy to get to. It's like literally in the same area as the train station. You fucking go to the which one was it? Yeah, Shin Yurioka. That one. And you just literally go across the street to the left, the fucking office. There's like hardly anybody in there. And they rush through people like really fast. So, fucking easy day, baby. And they don't really speak English there, so don't expect them to speak English to you there. So that's the part that always kind of frustrates me is, you know, catch the Odaki line basically. Yeah, just go from where I'm at, you know, to Noburito, and then go out there. So yeah, like pretty straight shot for the most part. Real fucking easy to get to. And I just fucking just breeze through that shit because they go through people like real fast. So yeah, I think that's the reason why I'm gonna stick around in the Kawasaki area for the time being. for that alone, if anything.
So continuing on this theme of juxtaposition, we get to the town, and it's full of like pachinko parlors and karaoke bars, and, you know, a lot of like this modern life. And yeah, it's something that you find. This is modern Japan. It's modern Tokyo.
Yep, that's how it is.
Where amongst all of that, you can still get tucked away. We found this really nice shrine.
Yeah.
And I love
that's the thing I love about Japan. It's just you're walking around, it's just a whole bunch of modern buildings, and all of a sudden just shrine, middle of nowhere. Just, oh, okay, cool. You know? And I really love the super tiny ones that are just, you're walking and there's a shrine. It's like, oh, cool.
Just down the street, there's like this used, CD, DVD store, like literally like 20 feet away.
Yep. Man.
So, the last part of this video, we're going to end on a really happy note here.
Oh yeah, here's the part with Dogen, by the way.
Next door, he would have been beyond that wall right over there.
Young Dogen.
Program, and he got into it, which is great. His Japanese is going to improve so much.
Spoiler alert, it definitely has improved. It's funny to think back on it now. Yep, there. Well, he's on the right there.
Really, that's another lively place.
Yeah, old Kevin Dogan.
Comes to the lovely place of Amata, where he's going to do a homestay with
Young Dogan. Oh my god.
But, Mum and
It's crazy to think, like,
I'm sure he's going to have a great time.
you know,
So you're in Kamata, please.
Dogan and Roger Swann were
Yes, sir. It is significantly more
classmates, you know.
Which I'm very, very pleased
And,
about.
like, I knew Dogan back when he was Dogan Tricks,
Is Tokyo Swan.
which
Jealous.
yeah. Yeah, he's oh, and he gets a doggo too. Oh my gosh. I totally forgot about that part, man. It's worth it for that alone. I miss me some doggos. Oh man.
Right, you go up there then. He's going mental. It was funny for a while. Then he started trying to bite me. Beep. You're just playing, aren't you, you mental?
Ah man. Makes me want to get a house and get a dog, you know.
He was around the back. And he ran that side, not around that side. And then he ran the other side, not around the other side. So that's the video this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just random, different things that are going on in Japan. And as always, we'll see you next time. But as for me right now, I'm going to be listening to the best remixes of Wham. This is a Japan-only release. Very
Nice.
rare. Most Wham fans probably don't own this one.
What a hipster.
Or the internet.
Oh, Swan.
But get a piece. See you next time.
Oh man. Yeah, I always get a smile on my face whenever I see some people walking their doggos. I'm like, man, I want me a doggo. So bad. Let's see, you got the Hanami party. What else we got going? Oh, get me demonetized. Let's see. Could go with Real Life Shenmue. That's my all-time favorite Tokyo Swan video. Goodness. Yeah, I think we'll, let's see, Real Life Shenmue. And there's a bunch of Unseen Swan stuff. So, yeah, I think we'll end things on Real Life Shenmue. Actually, how long have we been going? Yeah, I think it sounds about right. Although we could switch to something else after Real Life Shenmue. So, I think that's what I'll do. Is we'll watch Real Life Shenmue, and then I'll stop the stream for a little bit, retitle it, and then to watch some other things, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So, watch some Real Life Shenmue. Yeah. You Swan. Do you remember that day?
Do you remember that day? The day the rain turned to snow. Hey everybody, welcome to
Ah man.
If you couldn't guess by the starting quote, this is the Shenmue episode.
I actually tried to recreate this video
Real life Shenmue.
best I could.
I'm going to Dobuita in Yokosuka, where Shenmue took
That was one of the first videos that I made when I was out in
Shenmue, for those
Yokosuka.
was a Dreamcast game and probably one of my top 10 video games of all time.
But I'd just gotten there, so I didn't know all the areas around there, so I couldn't get everything. But
Do everything that Ryo Hazuki did in the game. It's gonna be awesome. So let's get this show on the road. So here I am in Dobuita.
yep, he's walking around the haunch there.
Kinda does look like Shenmue.
That's
Yeah. So everything's a little bit more modern, but oh my
a lot of
God.
the little bars and things like that. Yeah,
You remember Tom? the hot
13
dog
months on
from
a working
Shenmue?
holidays. Yeah.
He's back.
Oh man. Tom and Jack's. Yep. Know that place. Yeah. And Fuji. I got a shirt from there actually. Gave it to Goodwill though. Little snack bars. Yeah, some of the snack bars, like, they don't open all the time, but every once in a while. It's weird. There's the bridge leading into, yeah, that's the bridge going over.
I think any Shenmue fan is going to recognize this next location. It's the hill, I think, that leads up to Ryo Hazuki's house. Now it's actually a hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know, judge for yourself. I think this might be the hill where Ryo goes home every day.
Yep, and fun little fact about this, on the right, there's an entrance to this temple. I think it's called like Suwa Temple or something like that. And there's like signs that say it's like off limits to SOFA personnel, so like no military person can go up there. Made it to West Yokohama. Oh man. There's a lot more of Kanagawa if you go further south, for sure. Like one of my favorite videos that I put together was going down to Jogashima, which is the southernmost point of Kanagawa on the Mira Peninsula. Lots of little like tide pools and stuff like that, so it was really cool. I didn't like the way it was shot, but I just love the vibe of the area. It's just so fucking peaceful. So that's a video I definitely want to redo, for sure. Going down to Jogashima.
Looks just like it.
Yeah, there's a temple up there that you can't go to if you're in the military. But when I went back to Yokosuka, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm going up there. What's up there? What are you hiding? And it's just like a regular little temple, but the principle of the matter, right? Principal, or a hospital, sorry.
Pretty cool. There's lots of little bars, lots of little side streets. I mean, yeah, just take a look around.
Yeah, that's the haunch right there, babe. Well, actually, no, that's like further out, but...
Yeah, it's kind of got the same feel of the game. So, here we are, at a Coke machine. And just like Shenmue, I'm gonna get a drink. One can, 120 yen. I should buy one.
Oh my god, look, that's like the old style vending machines. I don't think they even have those around anymore. Oh my god, with the little like long, they're not like the big chunky buttons, they're the little thin ones. Oh man, that's wild.
It's like so Shenmue, like the entire vibe of this place.
Crazy.
Oh my gosh, like I wanted to come here for a long time. I guess like I just got so busy during the semester that I forgot about Nobuita and Yokosuka. But now that I'm here, it's just like it's awesome. It's like I was playing Shenmue when I was probably like 13, 14 years old, and I was like, that game, this is awesome, and I want to go there. And now here I am, like.
Yeah, out here, baby.
Corny as it sounds, a dream come true. One of those nerdy. You never think, oh, I'm gonna go to that place in that video game, but I went to that place. I'm here. It's wow. Now let's see if I can find Land D. Well, that wasn't in Shenmue.
I remember seeing those signs like freaking everywhere, especially by the huge walls and stuff.
There's a big American base,
Yep.
big Navy base or whatever.
Flew Activities Yokosuka, baby.
So that's why there's like a lot of American-style bars and restaurants and such. Yeah, and there's even some sailors around too, which is
Yeah.
kind of Shenmue.
Yeah, that was one of the cool things. Not just like American sailors, but also Japanese sailors too. You'd see them like walking around everywhere in uniform.
Charlie drives a motorcycle and
You know.
black leather jacket. Oh yeah.
Got some gachapones.
200 yen each. I should buy one. This is cool. There's really a lot to do here. There's a lot of shops and a lot of different places.
Yep, that's the bridge
Cool.
for Yokosuka Chuo, I believe. Yeah, because that's Mikasa Mall over there, I believe. Yep, yep.
Looks like Nozomi's flower shop has expanded in recent years.
Yep, that's the other side.
Okay, so this next stop isn't the U Arcade.
Oh, Plaza Capcom! Yeah, I made a video in there. Yep. Plaza Capcom, baby. Oh man, I remember before I got my apartment, like every day, like after work, just going to Plaza Capcom, playing some fighting games. I have Haruhi on the screen. Nice.
This is like the most retro, weird arcade I've ever been in. I love it.
So it's like, yeah, I don't have to go out to Akihabara to have a good time. We got Plaza Capcom right across the street, baby.
One game, 100 yen.
You know, they'd have like Blaze Blue and, you know, King of Fighters, Street Fighter, Tekken. The game I loved playing was Under Night and Birth. It was another fighting game. Yep, Moore's shopping area.
So if someone were to have asked me before I got to Japan what I thought Japan would look like, what I thought it would be like, I probably would have replied that I thought it would have been a lot like this right now. So yeah, like Yokosuka, like the whole Yokosuka area, like really kind of reminds me of like what I thought Japan was gonna be like. Like this is more in tone of what I was expecting, kind of. And that's probably partly due to how much I played Shenmue and how much I was totally dead into that game and the representation of Japan in that. Granted, it's a video game, I know, blah, blah, blah. But, however, like, yeah, this is really neat just being here. Like, the whole atmosphere vibe is pretty different than
Yeah, Sakujan jacket. Yeah, definitely. That'd be cool. Yeah, Mikasa right there.
Right, so behind me is like a giant battleship.
Yeah, I definitely want to get a Sakujan jacket.
No trip to Yokosuka would be complete without checking out the harbor.
They're kind of expensive though, so I gotta save up a bit.
Check it out.
I think, what are they, like 100, 150 bucks, something like that? Probably like way more. I don't know.
So I'm at the American military base here in Yokosuka because my dad had a military ID and thus I have a military ID. And yeah, just checking out. And unfortunately, they don't seem to have a Taco Bell, but they have
Yeah, they do.
W.
He just doesn't know it yet.
So that's pretty sweet. So, oh my god, I'm so happy to be eating this. This is kind of like the Twilight Zone. Everybody
Yeah, that's I know right where that is on base. That's like the one of the food courts. It's not the main food court. It's just another food court off to the side. They got like Popeyes, A&W, some Chinese stuff, Subway,
or American.
stuff like that.
No, they all speak the same language as me. And they have Sbarro's, Long John Silver's.
Yeah, they got
and
Sbarro's too.
root beer. Weird.
Yeah.
So I joined the Bear Force One. Now I'm in the Navy. They have a Taco Bell.
Yup.
Yes.
Taco Bell, baby.
You have no idea how happy I am right now.
And this was like way before they had Taco Bell out in other parts of Japan too, because the only place you could get it was on military bases.
Yeah, have a
Now they're like friggin' everywhere in Japan, but
It's kind of an interesting
yeah, this is out in Mikasa Park, I believe.
Looks like
somewhere.
some mysterious steps lead up there, so let's try heading over there
believe.
and see what's up there. Absolutely.
Oh man. Actually, no, this might be a ways out.
Ooh, the sea.
What? Or maybe?
Right here.
Wait a minute. Oh, okay, yeah. There's Sarashima right there. God damn it, Swan.
Just like the harbor in Shenmue.
Some of the,
Here we are. Welcome to paradise.
Yep. Yeah, there's Sarashima. Yeah, I know.
So I'm
Know
not
where he's at.
sure where I am. 'cause, like,
That Taco Bell right out in
the
Canada.
sky
I
is
thought
so
sucked in
beautiful.
Tokyo. Yeah.
Beautiful scenery. This was like a perfect day for me. It's been so wonderful. I don't know. This is like, this is.
Yeah, it's not meant to be like, you know,
I just love the vibe of it. It's the
high
atmosphere.
cuisine or whatever. But,
Yeah, I really hope you enjoyed
you know,
it. So I had a lot
it's
of
more
fun.
or less just kind of a guilty pleasure than anything.
Yeah, I hope everyone else kind of feels the same energy I'm getting from just being here. It's just wonderful.
I just wish they were a little more liberal with the really spicy
I think
sauces.
I'm gonna end it here.
All they do is put fucking mild on it, and I'm like,
Back to Shin Kawasaki.
mm.
So if you don't see,
Oh, that's where he's at, Shin Kawasaki? Okay.
sorry. But yeah, it's been fun. And I'm just all smiled right now, like a total nerd. Sorry, but hey, what can you do? Well, I know what you can do. We'll see you next time.
Nice. Alrighty, so, Disney, how long have we been going for? Like an hour or 2 hours almost? Hour 45? Okay. Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. So I guess switch back here. Hmm. Yeah, it's one of those things where looking back at your inspirations, kind of getting re-inspired all over again. Like I was saying earlier in the live stream, I've just been struggling a lot with making my own content, because of Clone Chain World Tour, making it a little irresponsible to go outside and make videos, as well as just trying to think a little too analytically about my content. Just try to play to the numbers, basically, and try to strategize and all this kinds of other stuff. Meanwhile, forgetting the whole reason I even started making videos on YouTube was because of guys like Roger Swann, just making stuff to make stuff, man. Just to show his friends and family back home, and later as the series progressed, to make videos to help him and his friends remember the times they had when they were studying abroad, and to also connect with people like me who are like really curious about what life in Japan was like, and somewhere along the way I forgot about that, and I just became more and more miserable trying to make progressively more mediocre content, while forgetting the reason I even started making content in the first place was to share stuff and connect with people. And this time off has given me a lot of time to reflect on things, and what was that? It was weird. It kind of something must have been a notification or something. But it's given me a lot of time to reflect on things. And I'm working on a video for Andy Japandy. It was it's going to be the first video for 2021 for the Andy Japandy channel. And it's going to be about a day in the life of a study abroad student. And this was filmed back March last year. And I didn't really get around to putting it together just because it was a big project and I had a whole bunch of other stuff to worry about. But I think now is a good time to put it out there, just to get it out there and to hopefully make this kind of the first step of a new form of content that I put out there. Just more of getting back to my roots with things, being less logical, with things. Man, that smoothie's making me burp crazy. And just making to make, basically. And rewatching some of my favorite videos by Tokyo Swan is just really reaffirming that with me. Just get back to making stuff. I'm too busy thinking about stuff. Just get back to doing stuff, basically. So, but yeah, just wanted to do this little live stream to celebrate the life and times of late forever great Roger Swann. And I can't thank him enough. He's, like I said, he's inspired me to get onto YouTube and to continue to do YouTube, because his death was what taught me about the value of life. It was because before, at that time in my life, the people who died that were close to me, were either usually really old or whatever, so like of course it's their time to die, right? They're either really old or sick or whatever. But Swan's death was just really sudden and out of nowhere, and it just showed that we're not all guaranteed tomorrow. So if there's stuff you want to do in this life, gotta get out there and do it now. So that's what really helped inspire me to make a change in my life. You know, that was around the time where I decided to join the Navy too. It was right before his death. You know, I went into basic training in June of 2010, and he passed away in January. But I had already gone into MEPS around that time, like January, February-ish. And yeah. And that set into sequence a bunch of events that, you know, ended up changing my life for the better, you know. Because of Roger's death and also his life, you know, documenting his time in Japan inspired me to get out there myself. And, you know, before I joined the Navy, like, I didn't have any means to go out to Japan. I know there's some folks out there who think it's, like, super easy. Well, just fucking get on a plane and go, right? Like, fuck, it's not that hard, right? But, you know, there's a lot more to it than that. You know, you got to get visa, you got to get a job. You know, you have to have all these different things set up. You know, I mean, if you want to just come over to tour around or whatever, I mean, obviously can't do it now, but, like, you know, Clone Chain World Tour aside, you know, it costs a lot of money just to even get here and go back before you take into account, like, hotel and food, and obviously you want to get a bunch of stuff, and, you know, not everybody has it like that. And, you know, my family didn't really have it like that either. You know, just very working class. So, you know, seeing guys like, you know, Swan go out there and show that it can be done, you know, gave me a lot of inspiration to go out there and do it myself. And I didn't really have a way to do that until I joined the Navy and got orders out to Yokosuka, very same place that he featured in his video that we just watched. And, you know, for the first time ever, I was actually in the same country, visiting the same places that he was at, and it was just really surreal. You know, to see, at the time it would have been 5 years since his passing, or since the video was made, rather, not since his passing, but yeah. But did I ever meet him? I never met him in person. That was one of my greatest regrets, was never meeting him in person. But we talked a lot over Facebook. Talked a lot in, like, YouTube messages, and I'd left, like, a ton of comments on his videos and stuff, and we corresponded that way. He left a couple comments on some of my old videos, but sadly all those are lost because of when YouTube changed their comment system back in 2012, 2013 or so, when they switched over to that Google Plus thing that nobody fucking cared about, and they switched it back. A lot of the old legacy comments were lost, including Rodger's. So I remember going back to some of his old videos, rewatching them, and being like, I wonder what comment I left in this video, and it's not there. So it's fucking weird like that, I guess. But yeah, we'd talk a whole bunch, and, you know, I'd share, like, coming up with plans to, like, visit Japan, or, you know, study abroad out in Japan or something like that. And he was always very encouraging, very positive. And, you know, he didn't, you know, we never met in real life or anything like that. You know, he didn't know me aside from just some random dude off the internet. But he was very kind and very giving. And, you know, I wanted to maintain that with my own audience as well. You know, just whenever people ask me questions or something like that, you know, I'd always give very thoughtful responses, best I can anyway. You know, there's some where it's just like a simple thank you, but even that, you know, is more than what most content creators do. Most of them don't even respond to comments at all. Obviously, if you get to like a certain audience size, it becomes unmanageable. But you know, for the most part. But yeah, I'm not really like sad right now. I'm just kind of like very. This is kind of like introspective Andy San, just like taking it in basically. But yeah, just rewatching these old Tokyo Swan vids, not just on this live stream, but offline as well. I remember whenever I'd go out to sea, obviously there'd be no internet connection to watch videos or anything like that, but I remember I downloaded all of Tokyo Swan and Tokyo Kuni's videos, and I would watch them while I was out to sea, just thinking up of different ideas that I could make for videos, and being like, because I wanted to, kind of bring that into HD, and kind of put my own little spin on it as well. So, I visited a lot of the same places that they did, and it was really surreal, But, excuse me. But I think I've rambled and raved long enough in this really gushing tribute to Roger Swann. So, as you guys know, I end all my videos and live streams with Rodger's closing line, which is, "We'll see you next time." And as I said before, it's definitely 100% in tribute to Rodger and the legacy he's left behind. So, why break from tradition, right? So, with all that said, guys, this is the Andy-san. Sign for now. And as always, and forever, we'll see you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.